This morning, the Kwtx Foster Care Project takes a trip to Peter Piper's Pizza with two brothers. Chris and Robert are foster kids, and they're looking for a family to call their own. As you'll see, they love to play games, but we feel the real winners might be the folks who give these two a forever home. All right, let's try this one more time. I want you to say your name and how old you are. You go first, you go second.
Chris.
Robert.
6. 5.
As you might have already figured out, Chris and Robert are brothers. And besides sharing a knack for finishing each other's sentences, they also share something else.
They do very well when they're together. I think that their love for each other is just, it's great.
And so is their need for a forever home.
I think that it's very important that at this age they find their permanent, forever family so that they will be in a positive environment now and not fall into something negative, or not fall into any abuse or neglect in the future.
You wouldn't know it by spending an afternoon with them, but Chris and Robert have been shuffled around from home to home since 2014.
They're just boys. They like to have fun. They enjoy playing outside. They like riding bikes. They like playing at arcades, video games, and that's one of their favorites.
They also like to joke around. You can cook?
No.
What can you cook?
Nothing. Just kidding.
But don't let the laughter fool you. They know the gravity of their situation.
They don't know how to express the importance of it, but they know the feeling. They want to feel loved. They want to feel accepted. And overall, I think that they just want to feel like they're approved and that their family loves them.
And after a little time with one of them, in a quiet moment alone, it's clear how badly they want a set of parents to call their own. How important is it for you to have a mom and a dad?
Too much point?
And despite the fact they've been moved around from home to home, they've been showing great progress in and out of the classroom.
Their kindergarten teacher has nothing but positive things to say about them, how well they have done. From the beginning of the school year to the end of the school year, they have shown tremendous progress in academics and discipline and behavior and everything. In every aspect, they've grown.
As they continue to grow, inside and out, it's safe to say Chris and Robert are ready to do it with the help of a forever family, and they're ready to do it together. In Waco, Pete Souza, KWTX News 10. Chris and Robert are available for adoption along with a lot of other children in the foster care system. Now you can contact your local CPS office for more information. Their number is 254-756-5571. All right, this morning we are excited to have the opportunity to find another foster kid a home.
And I know you really enjoyed getting to meet him, so let's go ahead and introduce everyone to Alfredo.
What's something about you that people will be surprised to find out?
That I'm 15 years old.
Not only is this foster kid big in stature, but he's got some big dreams too.
I either want to be a therapist or an actor.
Meet Alfredo, a teenager from the Houston area that's looking for a family to call his own.
Family means that you also don't have to be related by blood. You just have to know they're there and they love you the way who you are.
But in search of that family, Alfredo's been shuffled around to several different placements. But he's more stable than scattered.
He has one of the calmest demeanors. Sometimes I try to make him laugh and he just kind of look at me. But even though he doesn't laugh, he really does love comedy. And he loves making people laugh.
Just want to eat it.
Sure, it was easy finding laughs with him at a Waco candy store. But getting to know Alfredo over time reveals he's a cerebral young man.
We can talk about some of the books that he reads, fiction, and whether or not these things can or cannot happen. And we can go really, really deep in those conversations.
And when he's not connecting with people he cares about using words, he uses art.
People use art to express themselves. So I like expressing myself with music and theater and just any kind of art.
And if you give him a chance, he'll show you.
Where do the good boys go to hide away?
But where will this teenager go is the question. And if he finds a family, what will they get?
I believe he will be someone that they can truly call their son, and he's going to jail with them.
Regardless of where he ends up, Alfredo seems to have discovered one of the most important things in life: comfort in his own skin.
I learned that everyone's different, and then that everyone judges. Doesn't have to be good or bad, but I know that everybody judges. And I learned that you don't have to care about what people think.
We can only hope he'll find the comfort of a family and home to call his own. But we have to tell you, they'll probably be the lucky ones.
I'm just going to leave it as he's amazing.
In Waco, Pete Souza, KWTX News 10.
Now, it's important to mention that Alfredo is just one of almost 500,000 in the foster care system.
Yeah, and getting to know him right there, he was an awesome kid.
He also did, I was listening to him sing. There was more to that interview, like listening to it at your desk. And he's really good. He's got some talent.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some courage, right, to go ahead and sing like that. Now, if you want to learn more about Alfredo or other ways to get involved, just go to our website and click on the foster care tab or call 254-297-2400.
Good morning. Right now it is 5:23. The KWTX Foster Care Project continues to spotlight children looking for a forever home. This month, we take a trip to the salon with Cheyenne, who's looking for a family to call her own. Cheyenne loved getting her hair done, but Pete Souza shows us why her attitude needs no adjustment.
This is like a dream come true.
Cheyenne is 15 years old, and like most girls her age, she loves to get a makeover, just like she did last week at On the Avenue Salon in Waco.
It was amazing. I felt confident about myself, but a little bit nervous.
Her feelings toward a makeover might be typical, but her situation is not. For almost 5 years, this foster child has been looking for a forever home. But you'd never know it after experiencing her optimistic outlook.
They say, where do you get this good attitude from? Where do you get it from? I want to know. I'll be like, I just have faith.
Catherine Ford has experienced that faith firsthand. She is Cheyenne's case specialist and has gotten to know Cheyenne and her foster family very well.
The group that she's with now says that she's one of the most upbeat individuals. She could almost be classified as the perfect person to have in that home. She's just doesn't take a whole lot of things seriously as adults do. She's still at that age where she can take it with a grain of salt and move forward.
The family she lives with now never intended to adopt full-time, so moving forward entails finding that forever home. And Cheyenne feels that's her fate.
I have faith that there will be people that want to adopt me.
Ford thinks that faith is justified, especially after hearing consistently positive feedback from Cheyenne's foster mom. But the time is now.
To know that the feelings were mutual, she felt the same way that Cheyenne feels about her. That's a major positive, and you want to move as quickly as possible when you see that.
I do everything. I help cook, I'll help clean, and I'll help wake up my sisters to get up for school.
She's just full of life, is always smiling, and just there and ready to do whatever needs to be done. So I really like her attitude, and it's that way every time I see her.
She's also genuine, and her life experience has already left her with a mantra of her own.
If you are a true person that is always happy, then you're going to make other people happy. And that's a good thing for people to see in you.
Although Cheyenne may have enjoyed her superficial makeover, it's very clear that there isn't anything about her attitude or belief in herself that needs an overhaul.
I have faith in me.
In downtown Waco, Pete Souza, KWTX News 10.
And I have faith that she will find a home. You were there spending time with her at the salon. What did you take away from Cheyenne?
The number one thing I took away from her is that she's got this great attitude that when you sit with her, she's a positive person. And, you know, we like being around positive people. It's contagious.
It is.
And so just sitting down and talking with her, I felt good about myself. And it's one of those things where initially she was a little nervous, as we all are when we first sit down for that interview. And at one point, Taina, she just turned her whole body towards me, and you could tell she'd found that level of comfort. And I think that's what these children are looking for, that level of comfort to be able to flourish.
And this whole process, you know, it's so much involved. What have you learned about it in doing these stories?
I've learned that I think it's kind of like a nature versus nurture situation. I think if given the right conditions, like I mentioned the word flourish, that's what these children can do. In the right situation, they can really kind of chase their dreams and feel good about themselves. It's about love. It's about getting love from the family. You know, it's no easy job for a family to take these children on. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I think it's fulfilling for them and really can be fulfilling for the children.
Okay, so if someone has fallen in love with Cheyenne, as we're sure people will, what is the next step for them?
They can go to our website. All the information will be there. And of course, we'll continue to do this on a monthly basis. But as far as Cheyenne is concerned, go to our website. All the information will be there. And if they want to call the station, I can talk to them.
And as a mom, this story tugs at my heartstrings. So I know there's a family out there for Cheyenne. We wish her the best of luck. And thank you for your time spotlighting her.
Yeah, sure. We do.
We'll be right back.